Leader's edge skills. What are leader's edge skills? Velocity and golden eggs are the fruits of the leader's edge. Velocity is speed, and the golden eggs, as in the goose that lays the golden eggs. It's about producing correct results as quickly as possible. It comes in 4 levels: personal, interpersonal, managerial, and organizational. Personally, there are 3 cornerstones for the leader's edge skills. The first cornerstone is to lock up your mind. No waste. 12,000 to 60,000 thoughts go through the mind every day. It's 95% repeat, redundant, negative. Stop that kind of mindless thinking. Control the mind by locking it up. Pick a mantra. Let's say your mantra is water. Go water 1, water 2, water 3, all the way up to water 10. And when you get to water 10, go back to water 1. When you do this throughout the day, whether you are driving, eating, sleeping, walking, anywhere you are, lock up the mind. This will allow your wisdom mind to arise. The second cornerstone is to apply the agile methodology, where you deliver the smallest feature usable for other people as quickly as possible, iteratively. So don't go, hey, Paul, are you available next Tuesday so we can talk about this? And then Paul will say, no, make it Friday. What about 6 a.m.? And then Monday night comes, Paul emails and says, can we do it the following week? Get straight to the point. Paul, I need help with this and this. What are your thoughts? He will come back and he will say, well, I don't have time to continue now. Send me a text message afterwards. Get to it. Beeline to the results. The third cornerstone at the personal level in terms of the leader's edge skills is to remove the emotional triggers. Innately, we have fight and flight, we have preferences and aversions. Those need to be removed. We don't want to spend lots of time thinking, why did he do this? Woe is me, I'm a victim, and bounce off the wall, or to run the mouth describing what kind of atrocities others have committed towards you. That's complete waste. Interpersonally, the leader's edge talks about using duality skills. When I'm tall, then you are short. When I'm fast, then you are slow. Don't be in such a way that you threaten people's importance, competence, and acceptance. Be skillful in how you create other people's emotional reaction and other people's identity when they interact with you. Leader's edge at the group level, you have a group of people who work together. Each person should know their jobs and be able to grow and contribute and to add significance to their lives and to other people. We want to make sure there's sufficient training through delegation and empowerment. The most interesting thing about the leader's edge skills is at the organizational level. That's where you can have a company that's 500 people, 5,000, 320,000 people. You have the outcome, the results the company, the organization is currently getting. You compare that with the stakeholder needs. Do they match? If they do not match, you will go back to the culture and say, why? How come there is no collaboration? How come there is no documentation? How come there is no training? How come there is no prioritization, capacity planning, release planning? Why are these things not in place? Why are people behaving in such a way that they are not really committed to the work and they do not take certain things seriously? The culture is a consequence of the systems. You have the work processes, you have the decision-making systems, hiring system, training system, communication systems. You will look at these systems and the structure, the organizational structure, to see what is aligned or misaligned. For example, if your job is to inspect cars, but the cars are not being produced according to a schedule and they come out at various times. That makes it almost impossible for you to schedule your job when in inspecting cars. So that means your job description will change, your performance appraisal will be impacted, there's misalignment. The Process Ninja skill talks about the importance of work processes, where problems can be prevented by looking at something like a HEDIS score, any kind of a score. It's after the fact. You want to look at it as you are going through, because when you control the input, you control the process, you control the output. You look at the systems and the structures and the processes, and you look for alignment or misalignment. Then you go further up and you look at the mission, vision, and the value statement. And before you actually look at that, you will be looking at the paradigms. These systems and structures and processes were originally designed. I assume they should be designed. Why were they designed that way? What was the reason the work processes had these steps or the lack thereof? We try to understand the paradigms of the original designer of the systems. So when we redesign the system, when we align the system, the major components of an organization, we do not lose the original intention, if they were good, in the re-engineering process. When you go further up from the system's components, you are looking at the stakeholder needs and the mission, vision, and value of the company. The mission is, why do you exist? The vision is, if you do what you do extremely well, 5-10 years from today, where would you be? And the value is, how do we treat each other? Do we treat each other with respect, or do we not? The Leader's Edge skills is a comprehensive system that covers all levels and all different dimensions. And people say, if you are not living on the edge, you are taking up too much space. In the description portion of this video, you will see links to some write-ups, also to some slides, which I gave in a gathering of people, project managers in Sherman Oaks. All right, thank you. Talk to you soon.